From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The Canadian Press has learned Ottawa and Ontario are set to sign a deal tomorrow regarding regulatory burdens on major projects like the Ring of Fire. Provincial and federal government sources say Ottawa has agreed to eliminate any duplicative work on its impact assessments. Ontario Premier Doug Ford calls it great news for several First Nations in the mineral-rich area.
This is about bringing them prosperity, bringing Ontario prosperity, making sure that we work with the communities up there.
Two nearby First Nations are leading environmental assessments on 3 proposed roads that would connect them and mining activities to Ontario's highway system. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne says Canada has enough critical minerals to go around for interested European trading partners. But he says it's time for Canada to get moving on extracting the coveted resources.
Those who are going to be extracting and refining critical minerals will have a place of choice, because these critical minerals are essential to build the things of today and tomorrow.
Champagne's currently in Berlin wrapping up a European tour, selling Canada as a supplier of choice. The Ukrainian-Canadian Congress wants Ottawa to help Ukrainians stay in Canada after fleeing Russia's invasion. The group says some Ukrainians who escaped to Canada struggle to find long-term work as the threat of visa expiry hangs over their heads. But a spokesperson says the Immigration Department can't speculate on future policy decisions. Pablo Rodriguez has resigned as leader of the Quebec Liberal Party. His exit comes amid a crisis involving allegations of vote buying and reimbursed donations during the leadership race that he won just 6 months ago. Rodriguez announced his decision to caucus this afternoon. He's expected to make it public tomorrow. Energy experts say U.S. oil producers will likely be first to cut output if global crude prices continue languishing below $60 U.S. a barrel. But Enverus researcher Al Salazar says producers in Canada's oil patch should remain in good shape.
There's always efficiencies and consolidation in the space, so I suspect that our production here is going to be quite resilient despite low prices.
He says Alberta government coffers are bound to take a hit from lower royalties if low prices continue. Canada has seen its largest decline of non-permanent residents on record.
Statistics Canada says that attributed to the country's population edging down 0.2%. However, the drop was partially offset by permanent immigration, as Canada welcomed almost 103,000 immigrants in the quarter. The agency is reporting the number of people in Canada as of October 1st is 41,575,585. Naira Ahmed, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, the Winnipeg Jets kick off a 3-game NHL road trip tonight in St. Louis. Winnipeg has a win and an overtime loss since star goaltender Connor Hellebuck returned from a knee injury. The Professional Women's Hockey League Takeover Tour kicks off tonight in Halifax. PWHL's organized a slate of neutral site games to grow the league. The Toronto Scepters will face the Montreal Victoire. Elsewhere in PWHL action, Vancouver hosts Ottawa tonight, while league-leading Boston visits New York. The Calgary Stampeders have signed rushing leader Dedrick Mills to a 2-year contract through the 2027 CFL season. Mills led the league with a career high in rushing yards in 2025, and his 11 rushing touchdowns were also a personal best. The Miami Dolphins are benching Tua Tagovailoa for rookie 7th-round pick Quinn Ewers. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel says he was considering it after Monday night's loss to the Steelers, which eliminated Miami from playoff contention. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.